February 26, 2026. It come today on television when in lunchtime I eat food and watch television. And just now I am into watching TV programs about a realistic murdering, not a theater, something that truly have happened. And I'm interested of it because I'm a psychologist, so I am interested of how people function in this when they kill, and I don't like killing, but it happened because the devil is going around and whisper in people's ears, and he is also, or she is also a spirit, and that the evil spirit can come into people's body, and so he exists or she exists, and it doesn't matter what family there is. People that is very nice and love God, and they can get a kid that is evil, and it's not guaranteed that the devil can come and take one of your children. That's not for granted that they will be a copy of yourself. So they have their own life, and some have the plan that the devil wants in their life. It's parallel to each other. A coin have two sides, and that's what I tell sometimes. And one side can be very nice, but if you flip it, and then you see it's damaged, bad shape on it, on the back. And so this, I was very interested today, and because it's also answer me from yesterday recording, that it was in Provo in Utah, and I have been there in Provo, Utah, and I have been up in the mountain in Provo, and I have picture of me standing at the Provo old temple or church, and the new one, and we were up in the mountain, and suddenly we didn't have any connection with internet. It was too high up we were, so he that drive, he be a little scared about it, and then we have to stop and a car and ask how we should come down from the mountain, because we didn't have any map. So we get directions, we come down to Provo again. I have a picture of me standing there in the mountain also. I will see if I put it in the covering of this episode. And so it was two brothers in the LDS church family, and those two brothers thought the one thought he was God, and the other thought he was God's hand. And you know, I have explained for you what, when God have shown me his hand, that means that I need to make a move to go forward, to do something. That's a direction to go, is the hand. Not stand still. You need to act on it. What he now is saying before he showing the hand. And you know that God is very angry on those that kill, because if you kill is like you are God, that you can decide who will live or who will die. And we are not God. We are small gods, but we are not big, the real God. We are small God because we can make decision what we will do. In that way we can take some control over our life. But I have told you that I am not that, because I'm under God, and I have given God my life in year 2000, so I don't have any will. I work in God's will. And so it was very sad, because it was 1.5 year old baby child that was killed. And what have that child done? But they saw it like it was evil, the child and the mother, and kill. And now they are sitting in prison to life sentence, and will not come out, those two brothers. So there is, and I have told you about, I have two that hunting me, that is from the devil, and that is my brother, and then is it also my son. Those when I was talking about my brother, I come to realize later on that it must have been my son that was writing and doing these things to me. When I have this class, my school picture that I put up on Facebook, it was my son, because I was talking to my daughter about it yesterday, and she was saying that when I talking, because she have talking to him lately than me, recently, and now he doesn't want to talk to her anymore, because he have find out that she talk with me, and that he hate, so he have close her out. But she say that it was, I told her what he had written, and that he had another name, and she said that that's why I can't find him anymore. He's not there, and he have a name that she didn't understood because it's not his name, real name. He hide, and it was a picture that doesn't show anything of the picture. And then I always check out when it seems odd. So I check out his profile, and there were no information at all. Only a strange picture, profile picture, but nothing more. And then my daughter said, "Oh, that's why I can't find him, and he don't answer me when I write to him." No, because he is not on that profile anymore. And she said, "He talking so strange. He it was not like that before, but now nowadays he talking very strange. It's like he talking in the third person when we talk." And last time I talked to him, I only say, "Hi, how are you?" I say. And then he told me that he had cancer, and I have had cancer for 1 year, and but he was okay that day, and it was very strange, but I was not worried at all because it could have been something else. He maybe misunderstood, because I think that he have a diabetic, because he eat very much sweet and very fat. So he will end up like his father. His father had diabetic, but he didn't care about diabetic. He was eating like before, and didn't take any insulin at all. He ignored that he had diabetes. And then suddenly he got this definitive heart attack. Not a heart attack that the doctor can help you, because he was in the hospital. He was in the emergency room when he suddenly died. And the doctor, of course, come and tried to wake him up, but he never wake up again. My son's father, I'm talking about. And this will be to my son also. For me, it doesn't matter, because I know that he was he is the devil's son, and I was a victim of the devil when I was younger, because I didn't know anything about God. I didn't know anything about the devil. I didn't understood this with spirit things. I only lived my life, and I was hunting of the devil. He wanted to kill me, and I was very fragile when I started to go out and try to find me a boyfriend. And I didn't know anything like I do today. I know very much. And I got one more information from God, because every every evening when I'm going to bed, I lay in my bed, and then when I should not do anything more than fall to sleep, then I talk to God, and I thank God for that day that is not for granted that you are going to live today. So we should thank God for every day He let us live. And then I also thank those in afterlife that they have helped me so very much. And so that was what I was talking about. But suddenly I got the light. I got I didn't know where it come from, but I got the information from God that I could understand, because I have wondering, why did God let me come down to earth? That I can understand, because I told God before I was born here on earth that I wanted to come down to earth, because I was thinking I should do better this time than what I did those other 6 times I have been here on earth. And then God let me come down, and to my surprise, He let me be a woman this time. Those other 6 times I have been men. And then God told me that was a protection. He told me that He let me come down to be born here on earth as a woman, because it's not only that it is very hard for a woman to do anything when it's come to religion or political things, because those men don't want to listen at women, and they let women be on their own place, playing around, and not be involved in men's work. And He said, God, to me, that was a protection, because if we have let you start your life on earth as a boy and be a man, then it had been easy for you to go astray, to go to another direction than what you should do. You're walking in God's plan now. But if I have been born a man, then maybe it have been many groups of men that want me to be together with them in political and in religious things. And those groups have been wrong for me. But I had been into that, and one thing that have very much with men to do is that they stay very often together from childhood, from the school, and they never make a life of their own. They have those men group close to themselves. When we as women, we can bring in new people into our group of close friends. But many, I say not everyone, but many is like they hold into what they grow up with, and nothing that they bring in anyone there. They maybe bring in when they are working with other men that there will be a little group that go out and drinking a beer like that. But it's not exactly the same. A woman's group or men's group. So, and I am not in any of them because I am not accepted in the society. So that was a protection God told me yesterday. I was sleeping about 1 o'clock in the night, and I always wait until midnight to go to my bank account and see if someone have sent me some money, and then I change the money to go to my other account, so it's not staying like really visible for the bank or other to take those money. I dig them down in the potatoes field, like I have told you. They can't see some of my account that I have for this money, and so I do that after midnight every day to see, and I'm very happy and thankful when I see that someone have supported me. And so it was this that the protection was that I should not fall into those men groups. And then we saw very much buddies. So there will be drinking beer in the bar, going fishing, and go and watch some sport, and do other things than to think about God. And God could never had me like He have me today, that I could learn from Him, because I have no time, God. I have no time to listen at you, God, because I need to go out with my friends. They are calling me and tell me that they have something going on, and I have no time, God. I need to go to my car and drive away because they are waiting for me. I have no time. Like that, I maybe should have been, but no, I did. It was scaring the first time because I was married in year 2000, and then I helped my husband, my American husband, to come to the hospital and do a surgery. And when I sit there with the doctor and my husband was laying in the bed and they were planning to work on, but because my husband had only one leg, and they were going to let him get one more leg, 2 legs, so you don't think he's 3. He had only one, and then he had still the skin hanging, and he have a knee hanging on that leg he couldn't walk on. And they say they could help him to do a artificial construction with metallic things and hook it up with the knee so he could bow the knee. And later on he was out on bicycle. He was like everyone else with his leg. It was shorter, the leg, but he got special shoes so he'd be equal with his legs. And when the doctor was talking about him, the doctor said, but we need to be careful, he said to me. It's because he have HIV, so we have to be careful. And the doctor talked to me like I knew that he had HIV, and I was in total shock. And in that time, we didn't know about HIV and AIDS, that we were thinking like a kiss could make us get HIV or AIDS. So I was totally shocked, and that's why I wanted to end my life and make a suicide, because I was thinking he had many times taken care of my daughter when she had some wounds, bleeding wounds, and he had mixed it up in her bloodstream, HIV. I was thinking, I have caused my daughter to be killed. I was not thinking about myself. I was thinking that I have stopped my daughter to live, and that I'd be so sad about it. And then in the same time, when I was sad and weak, you know who is coming when you are weak, when you are in this situation where you are really confused, and the brain is like a carousel. It's full of split up in the brain. And for me, I was like I was crazy. That's many are before they do suicide, or else they don't do a suicide. But they go crazy because the devil is on them. And he was on me also. So I was only waiting for my daughter to go to sleep, and then I should go to the lake and go into the lake and kill myself. But just when my daughter was awake, because she had hard also, because she say it was some touching her, that she don't see anything, but it was like touching her, and she said it was wind blowing. So we thought it was ghost, the negative things. So my daughter was thinking, I go to the computer and see what we should do when it's like this in the apartment. And then she got this to burn oil and burn herbs and salvia, and then we go around and with it to take out those. And then I told my daughter, we're going to sit down and see if something happens when this wind is blowing around us. And we put up some candles. That what it was saying to us, that we should, on the internet, that is candle and herbs burning. And then we sit and wait, and we were so scared. So we have the lights on in the whole home. We were not sitting in the darkness. We have lights on, and we sit and wait for something to happen. And then, no, it doesn't work, I was thinking. So I was on my way to tell my daughter that we end this, nothing happened. I was thinking to tell her that. Then suddenly I saw a little girl in the air, and I laugh, and I say, it's an Indian soul that is coming. I didn't know anything about Indian soul. Native American. I'm sorry, I only felt to play like an Indian. And then I changed my mind in some seconds. I said, no, it's not in Indian. It is me as a child. And I say that it's because I had almost black hair, and I had this braid hair like the Indians have very much from the past. And my mother braid my hair often. And then my father used to sing a Swedish old song. And he singing, I want to have a little girl with braid hair. I translated the Swedish song, so it was not the melody either. But it was this song was the text of it. And then suddenly my father come in the air. I didn't see him, but I heard his voice, and I was 17 years old when he passed away, my father, so I recognized my father's voice. And not God, my birth father here on earth. And he passed away in 1970. And I talked to my father. And then it was about 6 spirits that come and talk. One was a pastor that come. And then suddenly there were standing in the room that high priest that I have make a drawing on how he looked like. And I know today that he was coming with me to earth to protect me. And so I have a very strong protection, because I have been drive over twice, really drive over, laying on the street and be drive over by a car, and as a child as a truck. And as a child I died, but God come down and healed me. So I wake up and then now 2018 he let me see that I was flying out in the street. I was looking at myself flying out in the street, so yeah, I was not in my body. And I was the spirit going away from my body. And I saw myself. Because I know we have the eyes with us when we pass away. We have the eyes, but I have not heard anything from the ears. And that is because we use telepathy, and it's going immediately into the brain and talk to us. So we don't need to have the ears. It's only here on earth we need to have the ears. So don't be surprised if you see something coming from out of space that they don't have any ears, because they don't need the ears. They plant it into your brain, and that I know many of you have got it. You say to your friends that, I don't know, I didn't hear anything, but I know. It was like there inside my brain. I know without knowing it, but when you say that, it means you mean, but you don't understand it, but you mean that you didn't hear with your ears. The message was coming into your brain immediately, and that is telepathy. So that now I'm so thankful that God have told me, explain why he placed me here on earth as a woman, that I should only listen at him and not listen at those people here on earth. They don't know anything. You need to have your own walk. God have a plan for you, and you connect with him in that way that you talk to God, that you know that there is a plan for you, that he had, and you should pray to God, to tell God that let me have this map, the plan that you have for me, and not let me copy someone else's plan. Dear God, I need it. It's a spirit things coming now. So when we pray together here, that all of us pray together, because now the spirit is here, and we pray like this. You should not copy me, but in some way, your own words. But this is what you should pray to God in your way, that he is giving you his plan for your life, not for anyone other people. Your special, personal plan that God have already done, and not let anyone erase those steps you should take in God's plan. Don't let anyone, I see it, a picture is destroy the map and then place another map into your life. You need to, the Spirit showing me hands that holding very hard into that paper that is the map for you. And don't let anyone take that map away from me, God, and lead me in this plan you have for my life. Because I love you, God. You are my first love forever. And let me stay in your plan and not go astray to somewhere else I should not go. Don't let me be fooled of what's going on here on earth. Let me be your child, God, and not let anything hindering me. I need to understand, if I don't get any marriage, I don't get any man, I don't get any children. That is in the plan for my life, that no one should stop me or taking me to other direction than what you, God, have for me that day when I was born here on earth. Oh, amen. Thank you, God. Many of these words I was saying, that was the Spirit that was telling me to say. So we are a group of people that are praying the same prayer, but in our personal way, because God is a personal God. You should not copy me, but do the same. So, and like I have said, but in your word to say it. I love you so, God. I love you so much, God. You're the first love forever. So thank you for listening, and God bless you.